Good afternoon and welcome to the Village of Monroe special board meeting here August 22nd, Friday at 2 p.m. Please take notice that the following agenda will be taking place, but the first thing we'll do is we'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Marty, lead us in prayer.
Okay. First order of business, just want to take a roll call. Trustee Berenger is out. Trustee Ferraro.
Present.
Trustee Carl.
Present.
Trustee O'Connor.
Present.
Mayor Dwyer here. Okay. Next order of business is the resolution to acquire real property East Monbassia Road, tax map 41-2-15. Okay. I want to think that the seeker should be done first. Okay, just going to do it a little out of order. Number 2 is the seeker resolution. I'd like to do that first. Seeker resolution, negative declaration, acquisition of real property, East Monbassia Road, SBL 41-2-15. Whereas the Village of Monroe is interested in protecting the quality of its drinking water source, Monbassia Lake, in all possible ways, and whereas the intent of the purchase of the vacant property abutting Monbassia Lake, identified on the tax map as SBL 41-2-15, the property is to further protect the village's drinking water, and whereas the acquisition of the property will not result in any construction or change to the site, and the property shall remain vacant and unused. And whereas the village board caused a short environmental assessment form, known as a SEEF, to be prepared by the village engineer and thoroughly reviewed said SEEF, and whereas after due consideration of the potential environmental impacts identified in the SEEF, the Board of Trustees determined that the acquisition of the lake will not result in any adverse impacts. Now therefore be resolved that based upon the foregoing, the Board of Trustees of the Village of Monroe determines that this acquisition of the property will not have a significant adverse effect upon the environment, and an environmental impact statement will not be required. And be it further resolved that this negative declaration is issued pursuant to 6 NYCRR Part 617 of the implementing regulations pertaining to the Article 8 State Environment Quality Review Act of the Environmental Conservation Law. The name of the action is action of SBL 41-2-15. Seeker status is unlisted. Negative declaration, yes. Conditioned negative declaration, no. Description of action, seeker resolution adopting a negative declaration for the acquisition to purchase the abutting Monbassia Lake property, the village's drinking water source. Location is in the town of Monroe. On a motion by, I need a motion to adopt this seeker resolution.
Carl will make that motion.
Ferraro, second.
Call the question?
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Okay, the next order of business is the resolution to acquire real property on East Monbassia. Whereas the Village Board of Trustees is hereby under village law, Section 1-102, to acquire real property on behalf of the Village of Monroe residents, and whereas the village is purchasing approximately 0.262 acres of vacant land identified on the tax map as SBL 41-2-15, to further protect its water source, and whereas the only agency with the authority to purchase the land for use by the Village of Monroe, the Village Board of Trustees, is lead agency under the State Environmental Quality Review Act, known as SEEKR, and noticed its intent to be lead agency for the purposes of SEEKR on August 19, 2025. And whereas the board caused a short environmental assessment form to be prepared, and after review of the said SEEF, determined that the purchase of the property was an unlisted action under SEEKR. And whereas the board further determined that the purchase of vacant land for the protection of its water source, where the land will remain vacant and unused. Now therefore be resolved that the Village Board of Trustees finds that the acquisition of the vacant property will not result in an environmental impact, and hereby adopts a negative declaration pursuant to SEEKR as attached hereto. And be it further resolved that the Village Board authorizes the mayor to execute a contract of sale between the Village of Monroe and Thomas O. Hawkshurst, Lauren Andrushak, and Danielle Hawkshurst. I need a motion.
Carl will make the motion.
O'Connor will second.
Call the question?
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Thank you. Okay, those are the two pieces I have. Any other business the board wish to take up? Okay. I need a motion to, nobody from the public? Nothing? Okay, so no one from the public has acknowledged they want to speak. So having said that, I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Ferraro make the motion.
Carl will second.
Call the question?
Ferraro, I.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried.